What's up, guys? I'm Allie,
I'm Alex.
and this is
Pretty problematic. Welcome back. Episode 6.
Let's go. This is
excited.
exciting.
Episode has been a long time coming because I think a lot of you all have been wanting to hear about this.
Yeah, this one's going to be a good one. A lot of people that follow podcasts and that we know personally have wanted to hear about this topic today. We met on a mission in Chile, and we're going to talk about that today. So it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, we're going to go into some of the stories, not so much the churchiness, but just the experience.
Yeah, like an experience of living in a foreign country, basically by yourself.
No contact with anyone that you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know these people that you're being paired up with.
Yeah.
Even me and you, when we met, we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
So just like those experiences, learning a language, culture shock, we'll go into it all. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, it is a lot.
But yeah, before we do that, we're just going to go over a few hot takes really fast. Honestly, there's not that many this week because we really want to get into this topic. So
Yeah.
let's start out with our hot takes.
Okay, let's start with the video that Ali sent to me on TikTok of Ariana Grande. I guess she's on tour now.
Yes, she just started her tour. What is it called? It's like the it's like the Eternal Sunshine.
Okay.
And if it's not, embarrassed, but it's the Eternal Sunshine tour. So she just started a tour. I sent Alex a video. A lot of videos are coming out from the tour, and a lot of people are just really concerned about her weight, unfortunately.
You can just see her ribs just sticking out, and it's not even AI because there's so many photos and videos.
Yes, it's not AI. And you can see every bone. You're not supposed to be able to see these bones, especially as a female when you need that body fat to just function. Yeah. And it's not even that we're body shaming her or anything. It's literally just to bring awareness because honestly, it is very concerning. Yes. And I think people are actually worried about her.
Yeah. And I think it's just because it was starting in Wicked. Wicked 2, that movie, in the red carpet, everyone was like, wow. And in the movie too, I didn't see the movie, but apparently she was just
scary. Yeah.
And she hasn't always been like that. So that's why people have wondered, is it a health thing? Or is it more of an eating disorder? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not going to say or diagnose her because who knows, but yeah, I mean, it's concerning when she has such a young fan base too.
Exactly.
Lots of young girls look up to her, and a lot of diehard Ariana fans are just excusing this type of disorder, and it's actually really unhealthy.
It's just scary because again, it's a super thin and pretty much disappearing body type is kind of what's being promoted, and how healthy is that? It's not sustainable. She's also on tour, performing. She needs energy.
It looks like she's gonna fall over and pass out, and that's really dangerous.
Yeah.
When you're up on a tall stage, I mean, you have she's wearing stiletto heels that are 9 to 10 inches tall. It's scary. It looks like she's gonna fall over.
Yeah, I can't believe she's actually doing a tour like that. But okay, I think it's just going along with the trend of everyone taking Ozempic and just extreme weight loss.
Weight Watchers.
Heard anything new with that?
No, I haven't seen anyone else endorsing except me.
Yeah. But there are a few other actresses that people are concerned about, like Lily Collins. And
she's always been a concern.
She has, but there's this new video. It's her ribs are sticking out. Because did you watch Emily in Paris? She was
there. She's always been. She even did a movie about an eating disorder, which I loved that movie. But she's always been kind of naturally a concern. But I think it is getting
ribs
worse.
And it's just everyone being skeleton. It's actually kind of scary. You can kind of see every little.
Where are all the Hollywood actresses? Are they just literally disappearing?
It seems like it's thing again. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and there's the one that you were telling me about from Stranger Things. Also, Nancy, she is just also super thin. Unbelievably thin. It's not even model thin. It's
no, it's
sickly thin. Yeah. It's where you see all the bones that you're not supposed to see on your body thin. Which is scary.
As a model, naturally thin is Kendall Jenner.
She's always naturally thin.
But she's not unhealthy.
But not unhealthy.
She has her body
No,
fat.
that's not body fat. It's not
Yeah,
it's not like you can see her full skeleton through her body.
and like when you can see the tendons coming through, you
Yeah.
can just tell that it's not healthy.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's becoming really concerning, especially for young girls who see it in Hollywood and they glamorize it. I mean, they're even putting like highlighter on Ariana's bones. And there's like highlighter like on her bones
Okay,
in
so-
pictures. Or they'll put rhinestones on her bones too. And it's like you're literally glorifying that for people. I mean, even for her, it's concerning, but for young girls who look up to her and want to look like her and be like her, that's an impossible goal to achieve. Hopefully.
Exactly. And so that's like the look they're going for. Skeleton. How healthy is that? Like that's just
It's just not.
okay. And as far as hot takes this week, there weren't a lot of things other than just political topics, which we don't really want to get into that on this podcast.
Yeah, we're not really like, I'm not well versed in
neither.
politics, and I'm not looking to get into that either. So I don't think we're gonna do that on this podcast unless it becomes some problematic like story or something going on. But
Yeah.
outside of that, we're not political podcasts, so that's not what we'll be doing.
Yeah.
So we're basically just gonna. That was our hot takes. We're gonna move on right now and get into the mission. So let's go.
Okay. So yeah, like we explained on the first episode of our podcast, we met in Chile.
Yes, we did. Honestly, though, we were just talking about this. We want to start with before we even got to Chile. So, for those of you who have never served a Mormon mission, first thing you do is you go to a training center, the MTC, which we went to in Mexico City.
Yeah, it depends on where you are going to be sent on your mission and like
Yeah.
what language you're learning. But for us, since we were going to South America and we had to learn Spanish, we happened to get sent to Mexico.
Yep, we both got sent to Mexico. It's called the tsunami. We talked about this a little bit last time with the dating episode and how the elders and the sisters would act or whatever. But this time we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how crazy it was, just the culture shock. Yeah. So I remember getting off the plane. The first thing we did was get in a bus, and we drove to the CSAM, to the MTC training center. I thought I was not going to make it.
Yeah, I remember I had never been to Mexico or South America or any country in this time. I was 19. And yeah, I remember just getting picked up. Again, we're just sent.
We know no one.
No one. They're all complete strangers. Like now I know. I met all these people that I'm friends with now, but before we didn't know each other. And because you just get sent to some random place.
So essentially we're on a bus with like a bunch of people we don't know.
Yep.
And I don't even know who's driving this bus.
Nope. It's just some random people pick us up and they're like, okay, we're going to go take you to the center, training center.
Right. And I don't know if you haven't been to Mexico City, it is the most dense, populated
Yes.
city I've ever seen. And I only got to see about 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like, I can't even tell you how I felt in the moment. And I thought I was going to die in that bus.
Because traffic rules don't exist. Just like masses of cars inches away from each other.
No, actually, if you put your hand, you could see out the window and go like this, you would touch the car next to you.
Yeah.
And that's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah, and traffic lights, nope, doesn't exist. They just go, run red light, there's honking.
You're just
and
going,
banging, and
you're
hit
banging into
cars.
things. You're literally hitting cars.
And my driver thought it was so funny. He did. I was traumatized, okay? It was my first experience, and he thought it was so funny that we were all screaming because we were screaming.
Everyone was screaming
inside of the car.
Yes.
Pretending like we're crashing. It's like, this isn't funny.
He was hitting other cars with his hand out the window.
Yeah.
Yes. I think literally the same driver.
Because Ellie started 6 weeks before me. So like she was leaving as I was coming. So we were never at the MTC.
We weren't at the NTC.
But we went to the same MTC.
That's why we never saw each other.
Yeah, we met in Chile.
So we literally were driving in the middle of this crazy populated city. People are hitting our car with their hands. They're like right next to us. I can see babies in like front seats, like in the driver's seats. I'm just like, what is
No rules.
No rules.
It's
Then you stop and there's 10 people cleaning your windows, which is totally normal.
but then you have to give them money.
You have to give me
have
money.
no choice.
And I have no money. I'm on a mission. They all think we have money. We don't have any money.
They don't give us money.
Like, we're literally out there with no money, but everyone thinks we have money.
Teenagers, 'cause
We're
we're
teenagers. Yeah, I thought I was going to lose my life that day before I even got. I think I sat down that night and wrote about it in my journal, and I was like, I almost died today. Actually.
Yeah. And
Good
I
way to
just thought it
start
was so
the
funny.
mission.
Yeah, and then we get put into this MTC. the boarding school. It actually was an old boarding school. That they
Was
converted.
it?
Yeah. So it's like they
Has like living spaces.
little casitas, they call them.
Yeah, casitas, and they were not great.
Like there were bunk beds that were like hard, and there was
They
6
were
girls in one
beds.
room.
I was on top. Yeah,
I was on the bottom. I just remember I couldn't sleep. I was just so like stressed, anxious. I'm like, where am I? Like I don't know any of these people, and it was like I felt like I was in high school. It's like worse than high school.
it was.
It was just, yeah. So we thought that was bad, and then as time went on, it just kept getting worse and worse. To be honest.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna die that day, and then we went to the whole training center. It was great fun. We met friends, and then they said, okay, here we go. Now we're gonna go off to Chile, and so we get in a plane. We all arrive, and then you're just like literally kicked out into into the real world of a foreign country where they train you at the training center like the language, but you don't know anything. I probably knew less than what I did know in high school Spanish lessons.
Yeah, because I mean, it's only 6 weeks, and you're surrounded by all English speakers, and they just teach you basic church phrases, but not how to get around.
Not how to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the language when you show up there. I'm just gonna
No,
say
it's
that. We get there, and you're immediately you're paired with a companion. It's normally a native speaker. Just depends on who your trainer is. Yours wasn't.
Mine was in her last 6 weeks of immersion. She knew language really well. She was from Asia, but
Okay. Mine was from Argentina. She was great. Loved her.
yeah.
But yeah, you just get thrown in, and then they're like talking to you, and you're just like,
I can't imagine being with it was a Latina who barely spoke English, right?
she didn't know any English.
Yeah.
I can't understand.
You don't understand anything. And then they just ask you all those questions and look at you and expect you to
You're
nod.
like-
I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. And then they laugh. It was so hard for me, just because I felt so out of place, and it was just so weird that It's funny how you get used to it eventually,
But I truly believe the only way to learn a language is to immerse yourself like that
I think
into it
so.
and just make yourself do it.
that's the only way. Otherwise, I would have learned it, because we could have studied all day for years, and I don't think we would have gotten it until we were forced to be like, okay, survival, you have to speak, or you're not going to make it, You have to.
Like if you don't, then you're just gonna spend 18 months in a
Silent.
country silent. No.
Yeah, I mean, part of me kind of did that, because I was like, okay.
But I remember at one point where my head just flipped into Spanish mode, and my dreams were in Spanish.
Yeah.
My thoughts were in Spanish. Everything was in Spanish
when
for
you
me.
know.
That's when I knew I was flipped.
Also, everyone would ask, have you dreamed in Spanish?
Have you dreamed in Spanish? I still dream in Spanish sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
I know
live around
way
a lot.
more Spanish than I ever knew on my mission now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I never learned it that well until
I really dove into it.
See,
When I got there, I knew that I wanted to take advantage fully of learning the language. I bought a lot of books, and I actually did a lot of work actually learning the grammar and how to write it. I did a lot of actual studying.
Okay.
My companions would be like, "No, you just need to read the Book of Mormon once, and then you'll know the language." I was like,
No.
I want to know how to actually speak the language properly. So I actually spent the majority of my time really studying the language. I feel like you definitely learn more after.
Of course, because I actually had a reason. When I was there, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. It's so traumatizing. And then it just shut down. Of course, I learned it. I knew how to speak and understand it. But it was when I got back when I actually really had a motive to learn.
You had the motive. There's a moment where it clicks, and you're like, okay, I'm fluent. I know Spanish.
Especially when it's you're trying to say something and there's not even a word
There's
in
no
English.
word.
And it's just and then you kind of realize, and then there's something in English, and I'm like, I just can't tell you in Spanish. I'm sorry. If
You can't really. It doesn't translate.
So it is interesting. I think it's a really cool experience to learn the language in that way, because you do learn a lot about the people, a different perspective, how to see the world, and so.
Oh yeah, I
super
think aside from the language and all the cultural things with language, you have the other end of it with living conditions. We had to use gas for water and heat, and did you remember having to fill up those gas tanks?
Oh, you actually
The yellow gas tubs?
We
Remember?
had to actually go get our propane.
We had to go
tank
get our propane tank refilled.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have hot water.
Yes. Okay, this is so sad. We didn't have enough money to do it, because sometimes we would have to use our money for food.
Yeah, because we're supposed to eat once a day with like a member, but sometimes we wouldn't. And they just canceled, so we had to go buy food.
Yeah.
And they only gave us a small amount per week.
We didn't have any money. And sometimes we'd have to take a shower with like cold buckets.
We didn't do buckets, but we just did cold water because we didn't have propane.
And then we had to wash our clothes in the bathtub.
Oh my gosh. The only time that we didn't have a mamita, we had a washer in the
Lucky.
But that was when we were in Algebra, like
The nicest part. I never listened to the Pagasta.
Oh my gosh.
That was our whole mission.
Yeah.
No, I was in Copiapó,
Yeah.
and I was with you in Calama, which was like the worst. Only because of the altitude, the dryness.
So cold and dry.
Your lips would just immediately crack when you get there.
Yeah.
It was so cold.
And everyone in the air was terrible because it was like in the mountains, like mine town, like dust. People would be like dying of lung cancer all the time because they worked in the mines, and then it was just terrible air quality there too.
It was horrible. And like it was so cold, and all houses had tile floors. There was never carpet.
Or dirt.
Yeah.
There
was dirt floors in most houses.
Luckily, the sister missionaries like us, we always got like really good places comparatively.
Yeah. Like I was freezing. Like I felt like I needed a sleeping bag.
Because it got so cold that night. And I remember then we had to wake up supposedly at like 6:30 or 7:30. I forgot the time. But I was just not a good missionary, okay? So no traditional companions. Like, they were very obedient. And I was like, I'm not exercising. Because we just exercised right away. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
That's the first rule. Is you wake up and you do 30 minutes of exercise.
30 to an
something
hour.
like that. But you have to get up, and it's like a rule. So if you don't do this, you are disobeying the mission rules. You'd be like in trouble, or like your spirit will go away. So you have to get up and you have to exercise. Okay, did any of us want to do that? No. It was freezing in the morning.
And tired.
We're
every day
all we
waking
do is
up.
walk all day. Why do we need exercise in the morning?
20,000 steps a day. At least 10 miles a day. Like, it's crazy.
It was crazy, though. The rules were so strict. And that's another thing I wrote down for us to talk about, is how strict the rules are on the mission compared to, like, just being a Mormon outside of a mission.
Because people could say, oh, being a Mormon is so many rules, so strict, which it's true. But think about that. But the mission was like times 100.
Times 100.
So many rules. Like, we couldn't, at the time we were there, we couldn't use smartphones. We couldn't use the internet only once a week. Supposedly talk to our family twice a year.
On Skype.
Like, so we couldn't have communication. It's like we're Amish at that point. Honestly.
We were.
Yeah. And then we couldn't even talk to people of the opposite sex. Like,
oh yeah,
we couldn't.
Unless we're teaching them.
No, but even
then there was rules.
And then also in Latin America, they always do like a kiss on the cheek to say hi.
Just a greeting.
We couldn't do that with men. We'd always have to be like, whoa, sorry.
And they would get offended because it's actually offensive. It's very cold to pull away from someone who's greeting you, and it makes them feel awkward and bad.
It was so awkward. I remember so many times, and I did it. I would just let it go.
I just did it too.
And I remember some makeup bands were so annoyed and offended by that. But I was like, what am I supposed to be like now when they're literally trying to be nice? There's no bad intentions.
No.
That's what you do to everyone.
And like by that time, we like love these people.
Yes. Yeah. And but then I remember when we did do that, we'd have some elders in our district reading, remember the rules, we're not supposed to do that. It's just like, okay. I just felt like I've never been so controlled, micromanaged in my life. It was crazy.
And they'd call you out for it too, without saying your names.
They're like, oh, we have heard these people are doing this, so just stop doing it. Everyone looking at each other.
Yeah, everyone's like, who did it? I'm like,
me. Forget it was me, sorry. Like, I was just, people thought I was like going to go to hell after the mission, which they're probably right, because since the day that I got back, I have not gone to church since. Like, I knew. Like, I knew,
but I'm not. I don't have to.
But that was not because of the mission. That was other reasons. But
yeah,
basically, I was like, okay, if we're just going by the church rules, I am being perfectly, like, I have not done anything wrong. Right. What is wrong?
Right. Like, on the mission, I was made to feel that I was like a sinner the entire time. When literally, we were living like better than the church standards.
Exactly.
As most members, yes.
And not just that, but like dedicating our whole life to spreading the truth.
But we're literally feeling like we're terrible humans, because
the real reason that we got in trouble and had to leave separate than everyone, my brother was on a mission at the same time, and I had so many other friends on missions, and they were allowed to do this. So this just shows you that
They
This
didn't
was
do
okay.
anything wrong.
We didn't do anything wrong. This was okay in every other mission.
Yes.
So what we did wasn't even bad, but this is what made us not be able to go into the temple at the end, which I don't think anyone knows this because everyone's like, "Oh hi, where have you been?" And we're like, "Oh, we missed our flight. We literally just slept in."
Wait, okay.
Anyways, let's back up.
We gotta back up because
Okay.
we have to tell you guys our ending of the mission.
So we were companions, like almost at the end, probably second to last.
It was like second to last.
Yeah.
I think around there.
Okay, so what we did is, so every Monday we had kind of like a free day where it's P day, prep day, so we could that's when we would email our families and we get groceries and we could go do some sightseeing, like tourist stuff.
Yeah, you could dedicate a P day to like a lot of guys would go play basketball or like girls would want to go shopping.
Yeah.
You could do something kind of fun for yourself as long as that's within the rules. Obviously, yeah, there's many rules. But yeah, so we have this P day and Alex and I are like, we're so bored. Let's go do something fun. And
we went to San Pedro, which is actually really cool.
Is the coolest place ever.
Yeah.
I would go there now to like be a tourist.
Like we went sandboarding, right? It was so fun.
Yeah, there's people from like all different countries there too. Like
so many Europeans.
so many people speaking English. It just like was like nice to get somewhere where you weren't completely feeling like you're on the mission.
Yeah. So, I mean, we had these really cool elders that were in our district.
They were our friends.
They were friends, like 100% just friends and nothing else. We were literally talking to them.
Because they were
like
like
friends.
cool.
Because
Yeah.
they were the only, also, we were, I think, the only sisters in that.
We were the only sisters in there.
So it was like us just isolated. So then there was these elders who were cool in our little district. So our mission specific rule was that we are not allowed to do P day activities with the elders, sisters and elders.
And that's not a thing in any other mission.
Every other mission, like my brother told me that they could do stuff with the sisters all the time. Because we're not doing anything. Because we weren't. It's not like we're gonna go do something crazy. We literally were going out. We wanted to just go out and maybe play a sport.
Yeah, we wanted to just go have fun.
And it wasn't like we're going on a date, like going out to eat or whatever. We were literally just walking around and. Sometimes it's scary being two white girls in the middle
in the middle of another country alone.
Like Americans, we kind of stand out in that speaking English. Like we stood out a lot.
It's actually scary, yeah.
So we were just out in the middle of nowhere on our own. So of course we're gonna be like wanting to have that. I don't know, like a company. Yeah. So long story short, we met them at the bus. And we just took the same bus to go to San Pedro, and we just had a fun little sightseeing day.
And we didn't even hang out with them the whole time.
No,
we
just
literally
met.
we met up, and then we went in the dunes. We did like
sandboarding.
sandboarding. That was super fun. And then like I think we even separated there.
Yeah.
We went to lunch.
We ate separate.
We ate separately.
We even sat next to each other on the bus. We
didn't even
sit on the bus because we were trying to avoid all of the.
Because we were like, what if we just say we
just ran
ended
into each
up
other.
there? Yes. that was
A
like
lot
the
of people would do that. A lot of times we'd meet and let me see, and we have to like pretend like we don't know them.
Exactly. Like sometimes you would just be on P Day and you would like go somewhere and then there would be elders there. And you'd be like, oh, hey.
Like at the mall. And
So we kind of like planned that, which obviously we were breaking the rule at that time, but we were like, okay, let's just get on the bus separate, get there, we can meet up, do the fun things, and then separate again. So we like kept our distance, had a great day. Okay.
And
We
then-
took a bunch of pictures.
We had pictures. And I think we just maybe ended at the same internet cafe. Meaning we used the same computers because we only had that day to like at
Email our
time,
families.
like 16 to email our families. So we're like, oh, we gotta hurry and do that. And I think the elders just happened to be there too.
Yeah, because it was the only
place.
one in San Pedro. Yeah.
Okay, and then that was that. Like nothing, and we just went home, had fun. Great. Okay, super fun.
Months go by.
Months go by, and literally 2 weeks before the end of our mission,
We get called in. And we both show up like, and we're like, why are you here? Because we weren't companions at this time. We get called in to have an interview with the bishop, or not the bishop, the mission president.
also the way that he said it was like, you have to tell me something.
He's like, do you have something to tell me?
Do something. Tell me.
You have something to confess?
Yep. And I was like,
No.
well, it could be, and one of a million things. I'm not gonna be that sentimental. Don't
Don't confess to anything.
I was like, what are you talking about? This.
We
It's
both were like,
we were both like,
what?
And I was like, no, I don't. And he's like you really don't. And I was like, no.
Same.
And then he's like, well, you're lying, so you can't go to the temple anymore, and you're leaving. Like, okay, great.
Yep.
So that was it. Like that was the thing.
I don't even know. Okay, I know
Or
that
they
they
finally
found
told
out through
us.
the email.
Through the emails because they read our emails. So we accidentally sent pictures.
We sent
with the
pictures
elders.
with the elders on the sand dunes. Like, I don't even know where those pictures went, but we have to get them
We
back.
probably emailed them to the
to the
elders.
elders. So then
The only thing they saw out of all the emails that I sent to the elders, that's
crazy. So I was like, oh,
that's it. And for that, we're getting this punishment.
no, he said it wasn't even just for that. It was because we lied.
Well, that's the thing, because he said to enter the temple, you have to be
You have
honest
to be
if you're dealing with
you're
your
dealing
fellow. So I'm sorry, but I didn't think that was lying.
So crazy.
So yeah, that's why we had the separate picture in the airport.
That's why it's just us two in our picture.
with our passport.
I'm like, I wonder if people caught on to that because it's just me and her. We slept in. Well, this
That's
is
the thing.
the best part. We didn't have to get up at 5 a.m.
That's the thing. We all went to like the mission home for the ending dinner and like testimony meeting, whatever at the end, and there was no temple in the mission.
Right.
So
It was in Santiago.
Santiago. So that was what the flight we took from Monte Rosa to Santiago. You're supposed to go to the temple.
Mm-hmm. So they all went
Before
without
the
us.
So that was everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to go to the temple on the way home. So
And
they
we're like,
stopped.
yeah.
Yep. And so they all got up,
Me and her are just sleeping in a separate room.
and then they all woke up at like 5 a.m. and then like at 8 or 9.
We ate our breakfast with the mission brother's wife.
And like the physical therapist of the mission.
And the physical
Right?
therapist. That was so close. I loved it. But anyway, we wake up, later than everyone else. Everyone else is going to the temple except us. So we get taken like separately to the airport. But we all meet up.
in Santiago in airport, and everyone was doing.
Everyone's like,
where were you guys? And we're like, oh, we're here now.
we're sinners. So we take our picture with our passports, which is like separate, just us two, which is so awkward. Everyone else is like together. And there's us.
That was hilarious when they posted those pictures because it was like the whole group.
And then
it was
us.
too. But yeah, that's the story because we did not keep the rules.
And it was like the silliest rules.
So that's what we were saying. Yeah, any other mission, we would have been fine.
To be honest, out of all of the people there too, I knew a lot of the sisters there were doing way worse.
Way
stuff than
worse. We
us.
just
and of
happened to
course
get
we were the
caught.
ones that got caught because of an email that they were reading all of our emails.
Which is very invasion of privacy because they read my emails home. I remember I was so scared one time because I wanted to go home for a lot of reasons, but I didn't. So whatever, because I wasn't able to. Let's be real.
I kept her hostage on the mission.
Yes,
I'm
they
not
took my
lying.
passport. My bank account was frozen by my parents, and the mission president told them, "Do not let her come home." So I was like stuck.
She was stuck in the middle of a foreign
So-
country when I met
So
her.
I just decided, okay, well, I got some time left, so let's just have fun and learn the language and make the most of it. So I'm grateful because I did have fun.
I have another story that I just remembered. Speaking of like being the only ones that are gringas and an area. So one time I was in Mejillones. Did you go there ever?
No.
Okay, it's like the smallest place ever. You could walk like
Oh, but I heard
you
about
could
it.
walk like 30 minutes to like each end. So we were in Mejillones, and for some reason the cast of Pituca y Lucas came there. That show was like, okay, again, we're not supposed to be watching TV, but of course we
You're
were all
in members'
watching it.
houses all the time.
We were watching this soap opera weekly.
so good.
It was so good. I still watch it to this day. I turn it on sometimes. Pituca y Lucas was like a hit show. And it wasn't just a small hit in like where we were. This was like everywhere. Santiago. This was the whole Chile. Like everywhere knew this show. The cast, who is like huge. These people are famous. Really, they came to the smallest, tiniest little town where I was located. And I was like, I have to meet them.
Yep.
So of course we go there. And it's not like it was our P day.
Yeah.
We could go there. It wasn't like we were doing anything wrong. But of course they see us and they're like, who are these blonde and white people? It's like me and my other companion is also from the United States. So we go there and the whole town's there, which is not that many people. And we're all like standing and we're holding our cameras and we're all ready because we don't have like anything else except for a little digital camera. And we're like waiting for the cast to come through and they come and we're like, like reaching for them. It's like all of them. It's all of them except for the really good looking guy, Schuster.
Not Salvador.
No, but Salvador was there. He like the heartthrob of
Did
the
they
show.
then end up? Oh, the younger one.
The younger one. Yeah. Like everyone liked it was Belen and whatever that guy's name is.
Okay.
So he wasn't there, but everyone else was. It was Belen, it was the other girl.
Maria Jesus.
I love them. I love that show. And so they're there, and I'm like freaking out because I'm like starstruck at this point because I've watched them every week for like months.
And probably taught you so much Spanish. That's how I
It
learned
did.
so much.
It taught me so much Spanish, and I was so excited. So we're taking pictures with them, and they're like, "What are you guys doing here?" Basically, and they were like kind of speaking a little bit of English too because they knew a little bit. We were like, "We're like on a mission, whatever." So they were like, "Come back to the green room with us."
Oh my god. I would die.
And of course, like, I don't know. This is like when you get the privileges of being like not in your own country, because obviously there was like a million girls out there like screaming their heads off and really upset that we like went back there.
Of course.
But I was not about to be like, no, not fair.
Yeah.
I was going. So I went back there and I was like, I love this show so much. Like, my favorite is the other guy that wasn't there. And they were like, well, just make a video on my phone, the right? She's like, make a video for him and I'll videotape you saying something to him. So I was like, hey, like, this is so weird, but I love you. I want to marry you. Like, but all in Spanish or whatever. I was like, I love you so much. Like, you know. And then that was a little video, and she sent it to him, and he like saw it. Like, they were messaging about it. I was shy. I was like, starstruck. And then we had the man in Salvador. We took pictures with him.
Oh my gosh.
And my companion was too scared, but like he kissed me on the cheek and stuff. And I was dying. Like, we took videos of it. No, because all of my, I'm not kidding you, every single one of my photos and videos is gone. Because of the like old, it was just old cameras and like
Little memory sticks.
that none of them translated over to any of our stuff.
Yeah, because there's
At home. I have some of the photos though from that. I do have a photo with it, but I don't have the video of him kissing me. I think Ramon still has that though. But I do have the photo. I'll show it to
Okay,
you.
Michaela, if you're listening.
Give me that video of him kissing me because I know I have it. Anyway, that was so fun. Like, that was the coolest thing.
Literally.
And then they were like, okay. So they were doing like a little show in front of the whole city. It was Valentine's Day. They were like, okay, so we want you to come out on the stage and then we're going to do this skit and then he's going to kiss you and then it's going to be like so funny. And,
Were you guys nervous?
and I had to be like, I can't. Because it was going to be filmed. And there was like the whole town was there. And I was like, can you imagine if I'm on the
would be
newspaper?
hilarious.
And it's literally because it was going to be a kiss. It was a Valentine's thing. I wanted to do it so bad. I almost was like, I'll go home for this. I actually was this close to being like, I'm going home. It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Like a famous
But the whole entire city would have known. Dang it. I should have just done it. Good times.
That is so funny.
But yeah,
Wow. See, there's just so many stories like that, and it was so fun in so many ways. So.
there was so many good times. It was really traumatic, and we were doing like a lot of crazy stuff.
Because I
But
remember-
there were good times.
One of my companions told me this, and I think it's a very good way to put it. It's like every day was like hard. Like it was like a battle, uphill battle to get through the day. But looking back, it was like, oh, but we had these fun times. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. That was the coolest part.
I love that part of it. And just learning about different cultures, food, language, everything. It's really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to talk about is just on top of how hard it is to be a missionary and how hard everything was that we were learning and going through. Chile in that year had the worst natural disasters happen. Like, I think we had the worst luck in history. There was 3 main events that I want to talk about. The first one is the floods. Yes. So the first one I think was in March 23rd to the 25th. This was the floods. There were mud flows and floods going on that were like, they're killing people.
Because like we said, it was the
Dumpsters
biggest-
were like flying down the roads. People couldn't cross streets. They would get swept out from underneath themselves and just like die or go missing. There was like 125 people missing. There was, let's see, there were 26 deaths in total. And then 125 people are missing from those.
Wow. See, that was before I got there because I got there April 10th. So,
I was there when it was crazy.
Okay.
I remember being terrified. It was so much rain, so much water, so many mud flows, and it was like everyone was so scared.
Yes, because so it is so dry, and it's like we said, the big desert, and the ground just couldn't hold it because it's just so big. It's not used to. It's not meant
crazy.
to handle water because it never rains there, like ever.
Yeah, I could not believe that was the first intro to my mission because I got there and I was like, all right, natural disasters going on here.
And
Cool.
you were in Covia Pub, right? I was. So I
was
ended
close to it.
Yeah, and I ended my mission in Copiapó, and I heard that was like the worst place because after a year later, there was still like mud and
They wouldn't let us go out.
There was like destroyed things destroying the streets still.
And there's not even that many times where you're not allowed to leave your house on the mission, but we couldn't go anywhere. So we had the floods. That was crazy. Like my mom was like freaking out. We actually we got more time to talk to our parents at that point because they were scared that we were dying. So they updated them a ton. But yeah, so outside of that, then there was the earthquake. And this is not just like there's lots of earthquakes. No, this one was on September 16th. It was 8.3 earthquake. That is massive. It was it lasted 5 minutes. 5 minutes and an 8.3 is crazy. Yeah. That's long. I mean, I've had earthquakes that last like a minute and those still feel long.
Just earthquakes all the time. It could be small ones, big ones, but it was like so common. And because we were right by the ocean in a lot of the cities, then they would do tsunami warnings. So then we'd all have to go up to the top of the
and it did actually. They had a tsunami after that earthquake because it was so massive. There were 15 deaths in that one. But so it was crazy. I mean, it was terrifying. And then afterwards, I was like, had PTSD. And then I came home and we had that big earthquake here in Utah. Yes. And so of course, 2 natural disasters right in a row. Like the craziest things that could happen in Chile were while we were there. I'm not even kidding. And then the last thing is when Chile won the Copa America, American Cup, which was a huge deal. It was against Argentina.
That was so good.
Bestie was there. Yeah, like it was. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the streets were crazy.
Loud. I remember we had to be home.
I think we watched it.
We watched it
in the streets,
Yeah, but it was insane.
It was intense.
It was fun to be there because that's something that you do not experience here.
The pride I had for Chile.
So happy.
The freaking pride. I was like, Alexis Sanchez was like my favorite. I was just so like obsessed. I was watching every game. I was like so in it.
Because he was from Pituca, which is an immersion.
Yes, he was from where I was. Were you? I was there, yeah.
I remember I wanted to be there just for him. I was like, and I think his parents were like being seen by the missionaries or something. Someone told me that.
Yes, they like had connections to like these churches, so everyone was like talking about him. I mean, I just remember it being so fun and so crazy. And I did have friends from the MTC that went to Argentina. Okay. So it was like this rivalry of like, and I had a companion from Argentina, and so it was like that big, huge rivalry. And like, I just remember, I mean, even when you're not having the Copa America going on, the streets were always just filled with people. It's different than living here or honestly, like even in any city. There's just so much more community. Like people are just out there in the streets together, like a lot, all the time. They're just out and about, like having music and fun and like being neighborly. Exactly. So like that moment though, I have never seen so many people going crazy in my entire life. That was prime at the mission for sure. Yes. Go, and then I think they won the year after too.
Oh,
just those 2 times.
Yeah.
Glad I got to be there for it.
It's bring back so many memories.
And we're going down memory lane right now.
I want to go back and visit now. We should plan a trip. A little tour.
We should plan a trip, and then we can film an episode there.
Yes.
We could interview someone.
Yes. Well, we have to fly into there, and then we could just do a little tour.
Yes, I want to go so bad. We'll have to plan a trip. When our kids are like a little bit older.
Older.
Let's do it. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all we really want to get into. I mean, we're not going to get into the church side. So yeah, that was our experiences on the mission. There's so many more. Like honestly, we're probably going to interview some people from the mission one day. We'll talk a little more about it. Just like
how you guys like this, and we'll see.
Yeah. Because there's so many things we could talk about. Obviously, we were there for 18 months. Yeah. I know there's like millions of other stories. So
let's end that segment. And now we're going to go into the listener story time a little bit. First, I want to update you on last week.
We got an update.
Do you remember the message? It was from someone that needed advice.
This one.
Okay. So this is what she said last week as a refresher. Said, I need advice, girlies. I had a horrible breakup and ended up confiding in my best friend. We drank, she and I kissed, plus some, and I liked it. I thought I was straight and don't know what to do. What would you both do? Okay, so we gave our advice.
Yeah, we said you should
advice.
explore it. Like we said, it's better to know than to not. And I think I even said alcohol can make things more heightened. So maybe it's not all the way for you.
Yeah.
You should try. You should look
you
into
don't
it.
have that doubt and there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yes, exactly.
So she
Update.
was so sweet and gives an update, which we love.
Okay, so I'll read that. Okay, so it says, update. My girlies. Me and my bestie were kissing each other every time we get drinks. I decided to try it without alcohol. Okay. Both of us might be straight, but we discovered that we love making out. Your advice gave me the courage to try. Thank you, girlies. All my love.
So
Love that.
It makes me so happy.
Like, it makes me so happy that, like, we could actually affect anyone with our podcast in like, any way. Thank you for updating us. And we're so happy about that. And if you also want to send us anything, please share. It's in our Instagram.
Yeah, I still have that same link up. So if you're inspired or you can think of anything that you want to share or ask about, we love it, as you can tell. So,
Yep. Even the hate, we'll take that too.
yeah, if you have, we don't say, like, suggestions,
Yeah,
improvements.
Improvements.
Totally fine. We can
Feedback.
take some criticism, but not just straight up hate.
Now for our last segment, we're going to do a short listener story that we got in. So,
Okay, here we go. Hey girls, I need your opinion because I'm genuinely confused. I recently started talking to this guy. We'll call him Robert. I really like him, but honestly, because of our jobs, family situations, and life circumstances, we both kind of know that it's never really going to become anything serious. We basically had the conversation and agreed, let's just be friends. Well, one day, Robert's friend, let's just call him Jordan, comments on one of my TikToks saying I'm pretty. Since I'm single and Robert and I had already agreed we're just friends, I messaged Jordan back and we start talking a little bit.
okay, Jordan entering the chat.
Everything seems normal until suddenly Jordan pulls back, unfollows me, and basically tells me he can't talk to me anymore.
Ooh.
I'm super confused because things were fine 5 minutes ago. Then, almost immediately, Robert starts messaging me again after we kind of already stopped talking. He asked me, why were you talking to my friend? And I'm like, because he commented on my TikTok and we're both single. Also, you literally told me we're just friends. That's when Robert tells me he was upset and actually told Jordan not to talk to me because he thought it was disrespectful. So I basically say, okay, if it bothers you that much, I won't talk to him. But then, plot twist. A little while later, Jordan reaches back out and says he doesn't care and that he still wants to talk to me. So now I'm stuck wondering, if a guy says he only wants to be friends, does he still get to call dibs on you? Was it wrong for me to talk to his friend when we had already agreed we weren't going anywhere? And if you were me, would you talk to Jordan? Or is that breaking some kind of unwritten rule? And so I think like a problematic question would be, is Robert being possessive over someone he doesn't want to commit to, or is talking to your situationship's friend crossing the line?
Oh, this is good. This makes me think a little bit because I'm like, is she totally in the right because like he didn't want to commit to her? They both didn't want to commit to each other. And why should she not try and date other people?
Exactly.
I mean,
Because they were never really a thing. I can kind of see how that could be like
bro code.
But I always say this, maybe I'm wrong. Like we as girls are not loyal to anyone. So if the other guy is like, I'm not gonna do that because it's bro code, okay, that's what they decide. But if he's gonna come back, I don't think that's the girl's fault.
I don't think so either. I think she can do whatever she wants. Now, I guess we don't really know the listener's story, like the listener's side of this. Does she want Jordan or does she want Robert?
So listener, we're gonna need an update because we need to know.
Yeah, like, do you actually still want Robert and he just won't commit to you, or do you want his friend now? Like, genuinely.
Because if you're trying to get with Robert, then no, you shouldn't get with his friend. Like, no.
Which, it kind of sounds like she wants Robert.
It kind of seemed like it.
It seemed like she doesn't want his friend. She maybe was just talking to him to, like, get under his skin, maybe.
That, or also just to be like, look, people do want me. And just, like, give her that confidence boost, right?
Yes,
like,
I think that's normal.
I've been there. If you feel rejected by someone, even if it was, like, mutual agreement, it still sucks. Because, in my opinion, nothing can keep two people apart if it's meant to be, so.
Do you really think that?
Yeah, I think that.
Wow.
That's my hot take.
Is that your hot take? I really don't think that, but
No, I think that like you can get past if it's actually meant to be.
I've just never seen that.
No,
I mean, I don't know.
that's just like hope it's romantic.
Is that you just hoping? Yeah.
hoping?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
feel
Like if it's really meant, if the people are meant to be. But honestly, though, I always think like right person, wrong timing.
Okay.
And I feel like
That just
sometimes
makes me
people
sad.
are each other's people, and they're just wrong timelines.
Well, that makes me sad to think like that, so I can't.
But life is sad. That's just how life
It
is.
is. Yeah.
I
that's why
kind of do
it's-
believe that.
Okay. I can see that. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I guess getting back to us.
What's the question? What's the actual question that she
I
asked?
think the first one, so like we kind of answer this. If a guy says he only wants to be friends, does he get to call dibs? No, of course not.
No, he has to commit. It doesn't have to be a ring, but like he needs to like say, I want to be loyal to you, and I want you to be exclusive with me.
And it has to be known publicly. Also,
Publicly.
Well,
I mean,
I think it's like not maybe not think. I should say
I don't
like
think that needs that yet.
I guess what I'm saying is like his friends have to.
Oh,
know.
his friends
So
should
then
know.
his friends aren't hitting on you.
Okay.
Because then you can't get mad at your friends. They don't
Right,
know.
because
they know.
And then he's probably going to get mad at you for like being hit on by his friends, which is like, that's not even your
That's not even
fault. They're the ones that like came after
Yeah,
you.
so that's what I mean. Like at public people, like his circle needs to know. You know.
I believe that.
And I guess what I'm saying is like, and if you didn't have anything exclusive with him and it was like talking stage, I don't think that it's bad if you find your person in the friend group.
Okay.
Next
And
and
the
then
question
was like, was it wrong for me to talk to his friend when we had already agreed it wasn't going anywhere? No, it was.
I think it's wrong.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay.
I think she shouldn't. I think
if she likes Robert, no, then you don't talk to the friend to get jealous. That's
right,
crazy.
because that's too much.
No, that's too much. But if she actually is like, oh, I could see me having a feature with someone. Okay.
If it were me and like his friend, slid into my DMs and said like, "Oh, I want you," I would be like, "I'm taken."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, or I'd just be like, "I'm not available."
Okay.
Because like if I'm actually like
With you actually
really
interested.
liking someone else,
Oh,
like
for
I'm
sure.
not gonna be like going for, you know what I mean? Like
No, I
just
get
his
it.
friend.
But
It's his friend.
But
Like
it's only saying
disrespectful.
she really likes him. But if it was like, oh, this is not
guess.
working, and did she know that it was a strap? Yeah, I guess she did. Okay.
She did know as his friend, so I actually don't agree with that one. I don't think she
That's
should have
true.
talked to the friend.
Yeah,
That's just my
really
opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe in like a friend way, like entertained it for like as a friend. Sure, that's normal. But if she like starts talking to him in another way or like wanting to date him, I think that's kind of rude. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy,
And so-
which feels like disrespectful.
Okay, so that was answering that question that you wouldn't talk to him. And then the problematic question is Robert being possessive over someone he doesn't want to commit to, or is talking to situationships from crossing the line?
I think it's both. I think he's being possessive. He shouldn't. He doesn't have the right to be there, not anything.
But
I also think on her end, she probably shouldn't be talking to his friends. That's also kind of crossing a line.
Okay. Yeah, I think he is being possessive, or he shouldn't really be. But also, there's feelings there, so that's why.
That's
So I
true.
can see where it's coming from.
Yeah. And if they both really liked each other and it was just like circumstance that they couldn't be together, that's really sad.
Yeah, putting it that way, it does seem like, okay, there's like billions of other people in the world. Like, do you have to pick someone in the same circle?
Did you have to pick his friend? Probably not. It's getting a little late here. We're getting into the after hours. Pretty problematic right now.
Okay.
So, anyways, that's our advice. But if you want to continue talking to Jordan, go for it. If you don't, give us an update. Yeah. Which one do you like? Do you like Robert or do you like
We're
Jordan?
just making assumptions to give advice, but depends. So update us.
And if you also want to send one in and you are feeling inclined, please also send us in a story. Send us in your questions and we'll give some advice.
Yes. Thanks so much. That was so fun this
That
week.
was so fun. Thank you for going along memory road with us and just like, thank you for listening to us every week. This is awesome. And we're really hoping to expand here. We did get our new equipment. We're just upgrading as we go. But thank you guys for watching and thank you for supporting us.
Yes, it means the world.
It really
So,
does.
Thank you so much again, and we'll see you all next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.